This has to be the rockhounding find of the year for me.
Oregon purple agate. And yes, I will share with you the location at the end of the video because everybody deserves purple gemstones.
Pretty cool. It's a gorgeous spring day today, the perfect day for a hike, so let's look for agates in Ashland, Oregon. And I gotta say, as far as trails go, this one is gorgeous. It looks like almost a Swiss alpine mountain. You'll see the views in a minute. It's always great when you can combine a good hike with good rockhounding.
The trail itself is about a 3-mile hike, and it's actually part of the Pacific Crest Trail.
So this trail is a loop, actually. I'm hiking up it the back way. I'm going in reverse. Because what you want to do is you want to hike through these forested areas until you come to these giant prairies, these plains that overlook the mountains. That's where we're going to find good material.
Now that the forest is thinned out, I'm going to check around this meadow and see what's here.
With my fingers crossed, I find the first bit of white chalcedony. This is agate, but it's not quite the purple stuff we're looking for.
I think we found it.
So I'm going to keep digging. I'm going to keep looking in this meadow. I got some good signs here. I think I can find some purple here. It's possible that some of this agate has been bleached out by the sun, and if that's the case, it might gain its color back in the rock tumbler. Some of this stuff is starting to look faintly purple, a little lavender already. And as I keep hiking along, I look down and I find something irregularly formed on the path. You can see this is what we're looking for. This is that light lavender, that purple Oregon blue agate. It comes in all different sizes and shapes. You can see this is a botryoidal one, and I'm going to keep going in this meadow because I think this is where I'm supposed to be.
I gotta be careful, I do not want to break this.
So this one right here I'm about to pull out, you can see has a lot of color in it. See all that purple in there? That's what we're looking for. It's going to look great when I cut it in half. It's going to look even better when I put it in a rock tumbler and polish it up. Some of them even have a little pocket of quartz crystals inside.
That's even going to have a vein of quartz running through it.
This one wasn't fully formed, so you can also see a little pocket of crystals here.
This one's got a little geode pocket in it. I've also found that it pays to pay attention to how the soil behaves. What I mean by that is, okay, so it just rained out here, and you see how that mud is really clumping up, as opposed to some of the stuff a little bit higher up the hill, which is a little bit more loose. That tells me where the ash is, where the clay is, and that tells me where the agates are.
Okay, the further I go down this meadow, the more purple the stuff is starting to get. You can see this one right here. You can see a really nice lavender in the middle. You can even see some banding patterns. And agate gemstones never really look the way you think they're gonna look when you find them in the wild. They're not really impressive when you first find them. They don't really look like how they're gonna look in a museum gift shop.
I think this is the one.
Alright, so I got a handful of these purple agates from this meadow here. It's a great haul. I got some nice colors, some nice forms. So what I'm going to do is continue on. I'm going to leave this meadow, and at the end of it, there's a forest. And after this meadow, you got to walk through the forest, and this forest is going to lead you to the next meadow. And that meadow is going to be very similar to this one, and we're going to see what kind of agates they have there. So what gives an agate color, and what's making these particular agates blue and lavender? Different trace minerals in the silica while the agate is forming will give it its different colors, and if there's an abundance of iron while the agate is forming, it'll turn it blue. Okay, here I am at the second meadow. I'm finding more of these lavender agates, not quite the same purple color, but again, maybe that's due to the amount of iron that was in each side of the hill.
So this is kind of like the rockhounding find of the year for me. If you know me, then you know I'm obsessed with finding this other purple agate called Holly Blue up in Holly, Oregon, but you can't collect Holly Blue anymore because it's all off limits, it's all private land. So for me to find another place in Oregon that has purple chalcedony agate is just phenomenal.
So I promised to tell you where this place was. Check out Green Springs Mountain Loop Trail in Ashland, Oregon. It's a loop trail. I think it takes about maybe 2 hours to fully complete. And what you're going to want to do is, just like how I'm doing in this video, you're going to hike through the woods and pay special close attention to the ground when you come to the meadows, when you come to the areas where there's no trees. So here's a handful of my best finds of the day right here. I'm going to get these wet in a puddle just to show you a little bit more of the patterns, a little bit more of that purple color in there. It was a real treat to rockhound here, and I hope you get the chance to as well. Pretty cool.